All right, man. I'm gonna have to just do this without streaming because it's not working. I'll just have to record and upload. Good day, folks. Hello. Happy Pink Shirt Day. It's anti-bullying day. Wearing my pink shirt, and just thought I'd share. Right, if y'all are out there, I hope you're wearing your pink shirt. And on Wednesdays we wear pink. So we're getting into it. Welcome to the Honest Effort podcast. I'm MJ Ishkak again. I keep calling this a podcast. I don't know why. I don't have it anywhere up on an actual podcast feed. I don't have it up on any RSS, whatever the things that the feeds that have the podcast. I should probably change my name. I think I'm just doing YouTube for now. I need to make this a legit show. I need to put this audio online somewhere and just make it a legit podcast, right? I'm trying to develop something with this, right? I'm trying to do something to develop a framework to kind of share my idea of health. And it's not unique, it's not special. It's just a repurposed idea of the things I've learned in my community, restructured in a way that just works for me. And I'm trying to share it with people in hopes that they kind of could use it, right? Some of us might need this framework, a structure, a foundation to kind of build your knowledge on, or your self, whatever that is, right? I've struggled in the past. I've shared a lot in my other videos, and I could reiterate quickly where I'm from, what my thing is. I've been previously obese, morbidly obese. I've been previously obese on many occasions in my life, 2 separate times where I've been larger than I feel comfortable with. I was so big that I was developing diabetic symptoms and having health issues arise that I was not willing to accept as the norm to my life. So I wanted to change. I started doing strength training. I started doing all these things that I had done in the past. I have previously been in gyms. I have previously been in sports. When in my youth I was rather large. In my youth I was a big kid. And I didn't want to be. So I figured it out. I lost weight. I got out of sports. And then I put it all back on again. A big part of that was from drinking, from living this party lifestyle, being out in the world and living that way. Many years later, kind of formed some mental health issues. I would say depressed. It's safe to say that at this point. I wasn't diagnosed, but the way I felt and the way I remember that time, for sure, mild depression. I don't know, whatever. Anxious for sure. I remember my first anxiety attack was in a shower alone when Rachel had gone to work before we had kids. And it was wild, right? I had all these things happening. And I didn't want it anymore. So I started making efforts to my health and using my knowledge of my culture, my community, what my elders have shared with me in the past, and just my working experience, my working understanding, and from traditional learning, right? We have some really good teachers here. I love the teachers in our community, and they were very passionate about the things that they're doing. And we had this dude coming up in our schools named Mr. Hoy, who you could go find him right now, man. You can see him every morning doing his steps, walking, putting in that work. And a bunch of us grew up with that. And if you're my age, you're familiar with like Body Break and all of these things, right? I've clung to physical activity as a means to health, and like for clear reason. Like clearly, it's a means to health. And the avenues that allows you to open the pathways to greater health through physical activity are underutilized, they're underrepresented, and horribly underrated, man. Like, learning to lift something heavy, it's far bigger than just putting on muscles and getting stronger. The the mind to body connection that you need to develop, the interconnection that you need to create, the sheer like symphony that needs to occur between your body, right? To do a deadlift properly, to lift, I'm going to say 120 pounds off of a barbell, you got to have a lot of working parts that work together properly to do it safely, to do it effectively, and those all work together. You're not just going to be able to do that quickly. And I imagine that's a daunting part of that process. But anyways, the pathways that physical activity and physical endeavors create are not represented well enough in mainstream. And I just want to share with people how, like, I have this, where is it? I have this here. What is self-love? I asked folks yesterday on my personal Facebook and areas what they think this means. And I didn't get any answers. I got one answer, and it was very personal, and I'm not willing to talk on it right now. But this means a lot to different people, and I guarantee men don't think about it at all, man. This concept is not for men. It's not a thing that we consider. But I want to try to introduce this idea in my understanding and where I come from as a person who thinks we should have some self-love, men, women, people, everyone. You can call it self-confidence. You can call it self-esteem. Those are all different ideas, in my opinion. Those are all different avenues of yourself. But for all intents and purposes, for my understanding, we have a spirit. We have this spirit within. People call it a sacred fire in my community. And it is the very essence of your being. You have to tend to this fire. You have to care for it. It has a purpose. It wants to do stuff. It wants to fulfill its duty. It wants to get out and be the ultimate flame it can. And I don't mean like destruction, flame, fire. I mean the fire of creation, the very essence of creation is what I understand this as from my teachings in my community. And it's a very beautiful idea. The very essence of creation from the beginning of time. That is what you are. That is what is in you. And you have to tend to that fire. You have to bring it up. And we could do that in many different ways. And the way I do it is, I'm going to say tough love, tough love. Discipline, self-discipline, self-control, and dare I say a little selfishness, to care for your own self. You need to be selfish. You do have to actually care for yourself. And we don't feel good when we do that sometimes, right? When we have families and we have other responsibilities, tending to ourselves makes us feel guilty. Don't. All right? Like, don't feel guilty. You have to tend to this. You have to build this up, or those other fires. It's not that they don't matter. It's just that this one matters the most. You have to care for this first. Nobody's going to, right? Like nobody's actually going to take care of this, and that's why it's a big component of what I'm. Where is it? I can't point. This thing here, this whole concept, this whole idea, honest effort. It starts here. It starts outwards. My whole concept starts with you take care of your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health. When you're able to take care of those three things, you are healthier, your family's healthier, and then by extension, your community could be healthier. I'm missing one somewhere. There was 7 of these. And then within that space, you operate within the 7 grandfather teachings. Those are your guiding principles through interactions, through life, through how through you interact with everything within creation, because they're all out set to do their own things and have their own purpose. And I don't know if I said it. I might be talking twice again, but I am. Where is it? I'm not particularly a fan of this concept, right? Some of the things I see when people say this was an act of self-love, I don't completely agree. I see this idea getting used, and dare I say, toxic ways. I don't like it. I don't like exactly what it is. It justifies a lot of poor decisions. It justifies some of the things that aren't exactly self-love. Like whatever, man. I'll leave it at that, right? And we can talk about it. If you want to fight me in the comments later, we could do it. But I'm gonna argue everything I'm talking about for the past few weeks while I'm doing this. It's all acts of self-love for me. I and I'll share and tell and everything, because that's what I believe in this. I believe in this completely. I'm saying this every video because I do. This system at work, I went from 300 pounds to being able to run at least 25 kilometers. That time I tried to do a big long run. I was trying to raise awareness for the issues that were arising around residential schools when the Kamloops residential school findings occurred. I tried to run 150 miles, 150 kilometers in 3 days. Little did I know that's a marathon a day. And day one, if people didn't stop me, if I wasn't walking with people, I could have ran all the way to Little Current, 50 kilometers. It would have been tough. It would have been hard. It would have hurt and everything like that. But I'm very confident I could have made it. I ran to High Falls, which is halfway, which is 25 kilometers. And I felt good. I felt like I was able to do that easily. And at that point, I had people walking with me. And whatever. My official marathon time is yet to exist. But I'm very confident. I know I can do it, man. And again, I'm just a dude. I am also a broken, struggling human being who has to work on mental health, physical health, and I struggle a lot. I'm gonna struggle forever, right? That's the human condition. To what degree I want to struggle, that's in my control to a certain extent. Yeah, right. I think I'll leave it at that. So yeah, everything I'm doing, I will argue, is a act of self-love. Some of the things that I see, like, I'm going to treat myself to this. I'm going to have a little treat. This is my act of self-love. I'm going to have these snacks, X, Y, Z. I'm going to have this drink, X, Y, Z. And I know for me, all I've ever done was treat myself. For 15 years, since the end of high school, all I've ever done was kind of treat myself. I've never had self-control or self-discipline until probably 25, 26, when I had my child. Funny enough, it was before that though. Still, I was smartening up before that happened. Things like that will put a fire under your butt, but it does come from here. I will say that first and foremost. You have to want it, man. You have to want to do this. And when I talk to people, almost everybody wants to do this. Where are we stopping? What's slowing people down? I don't know. I don't know. I know when I started, I did a lot of research. I was learning a lot about what you actually have to do to build a body. It was very meatheady stuff at first. I'm doing bicep curls and I'm gonna do the Arnold presses, and I quickly found out about just better ways, optimal ways. That's probably not the right way to say it. Better ways for me, for sure. Better ways for me. I'm not a fan of the gym. I'm not a fan of spending more money on your health than necessary. I don't like wasting time having to pack up and go to a gym and come home and all of this. I love calisthenics. I love the idea of building your body with your body. The only piece of equipment I need is a pull-up bar and maybe a dumbbell. I could get all the work I need with the knowledge and my understanding and application and a bar to hold on to. There's one muscle group you need a pull. You need a pull to be able to to do this, to work that muscle effectively. Oh, excuse me. So anyways, yes. What's this mean to you guys? This thing, because it means exactly what I'm talking about. Everything I'm talking about in all of my videos, in my estimation, is an act of self-love for me. Going to the gym as often as I do is not necessary. I am trying to do a big thing, and it's just going to take that much training. The average person, 1 hour, 3 times a week. Simple. I could crunch the math for you right now. If you were awake, I did the math one time. If you're awake for like 16 hours a day, every day of the week, 3 hours is like less than 3% of your waking time, of the time you have available to you. I'm going to do the math because it's bugging me. I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to do it. Hold on. Or whatever. I'm just going to cut it because I'm going to do the math. I hate this. It bugs me. It bugs me how little time you actually need to work out. Okay, let's say you're awake for, let's say you sleep the good 9, let's say you sleep 8 hours. Oops. I can't even do the math. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 16 hours times 7. If you sleep for 8 hours per day, you have 112 hours per week of time to do what you're doing. Oh no, I did that wrong. 2.5%. 2.5% of your time. 2.5% of your time could be spent on fitness. That's it, man. You don't need, like, let's add time. Let's add a little time to that. Sure, let's add time to that because it's not going to be, you want to go to a gym, right? Let's say you want to go to a gym. Let's say you got to spend more time. 1.5 hours times 3, 4.5 hours a week to hit the gym. Oh man, I can't math. 4% of your time. 4% of your time if you're going to a gym, if you're commuting for your health. 4% of your time for your health to go to the gym for exponential growth. Isn't that worth it? Isn't that worth the effort? Isn't that worth your time? Isn't that worth doing? Isn't that worth doing this? Like, isn't that this? 4% of your time. That's nothing. I guarantee you spend more time on your phone than you do thinking about how much exercise you need. Because that's nothing, dude. 4.5 hours a week is nothing. And the what it provides for you is so grand. It's without fathom. It's exceptional what you'll get back for that time you spend. And if it's overwhelming, get help. Find someone. Get a trainer. Find someone who will put you on the right path. Because it'll be worth it. I guarantee it. And if you don't want to do that, spend some time. Just spend that 4.5 hours a week just researching some exercises, researching how to kind of effectively move, how to have a balanced regimen. You know, like I found some stuff. I found some stuff that really works, and I've only had 2 issues while doing it. They were minute. I was able to alleviate them through physiotherapy, and even that put me on a straighter path to what I was doing. And physiotherapy helped me immensely. You know, seeking help is beautiful. You don't have to do it alone. If all of this is overwhelming and you need professional help for your mental health, go get it, please. Please go find a professional and figure this stuff out for you, for that fire, for your family, and for your community, because it'll ultimately affect all of that if you are able, brave enough to accept those responsibilities. And you know what? I'll leave it at that, because I want to do fitness. I want to do something today. Rachel's waiting beside me here because I stopped her from doing fitness for my selfish reasons. So we're gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna get it, man. If you guys want help, we can figure it out. Like, if anybody wants help with this kind of thing, we can figure it out. Let's talk. I'm here. I'm here to help. I don't have any credentials. I'm just a monkey. I'm a dude who's doing things, and I'm very confident in what I could do. Look at me, dude. I'm already getting shredded. You can see it. Go watch my first video to this video, and I'm already developing. It's awesome, man. I fucking love it. And you could do it too. Everybody could do this. I am not an exception. I have no incredible genetics of anything. I think the only thing I got going on is my lungs. I think I have like a great lung capacity. I think that's the only thing I really have going on. Like my cardio is insane. I have a gas tank, and whatever, man. I truly believe anybody could do this. I know it because I'm anybody, and if I could do it, I know you can. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, dude. Try it, practice it, practice self-love. Whatever you think that is, do it where you're at. If it is simply brushing your teeth and making your bed, start there and do that. Do that 3 times a day if you feel like it. If you're able to brush your teeth 3 times a day when you weren't able to yesterday, beautiful, congratulations. Do it some more. I hope you can make it to another day and get better. And I hope you can do a little more every day. That's a big part of what I'm trying to push, is momentum, is developing your capacity, growing. Where is it? I've chosen an arrow for a reason. You shoot at that sucker. You keep trying. You're going to miss. Like, you're going to miss. Don't worry about it. You're going to miss. You'll start hitting it. You'll start hitting it. You'll start hitting it. That confidence builds. That momentum builds. You'll start doing more, and you'll start wanting to do more. And it does start small. It does start somewhere as small as making your bed every day, brushing your teeth every day. Those little victories will add up. And eventually, if you trust the process, have faith, give it time, and give it honest effort. Pointing the wrong way again. Honest effort, man. Like, I mean honest. Like, you gotta be true to yourself. You gotta be true to this. And show up. Show up for what you're doing, man. If you're going to the gym and you're spending that 4.5 hours, that 4% of your time, not effectively moving, if you're not moving with purpose, then I'm sorry, yeah, you would be wasting your time, and it would feel very bad. I do think that wouldn't work. Strongly recommend finding help if you want to use that time effectively. 4% of your time, it could be less. The way I'm trying to do it, if I had to maintain my strength after I get to where I'm going to be, to maintain that level of fitness, it will only take 3 hours a week. To develop your fitness level, it takes a lot of effort. But when you're where you're at, when you're where you're acceptable, where you feel fine, to maintain that level of fitness, it takes less effort. And 2%, 2% of your time, dude. Come on, come on. I guarantee if you had your dollars, if you had money and you were told, hey, put 2% of your money aside and you will get 30% in return, wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't we'd all do that, right? That's your physical activity. That's your fitness. If you're willing to spend X amount of time on anything, your fitness, dude, do it. Develop some strength. That'll do so much more for your overall self than anything you'll do in a week. I guarantee it, man. Like, I guarantee it. It'll just make you more. It won't take away anything from what you are. You don't have to give up anything to go and get stronger. Try it. Like if you lose no weight at all and you just get stronger, the benefit to you is exceptional. I guarantee it's at least tenfold. For the 2% of effort you're going to put, for the 2% of the time you're putting into it, I guarantee your return elsewhere, everywhere in your life will be at least that much, tenfold. Your return on time will result in 20% greater everything. That's boy math, and let's try it out. Fight me on it. I guarantee it. Well, what are you going to do? Tell me that it's not true? Try it. Try it. Go do it. Okay. All right, that's enough. I'm going to go do it. I'm going to stop recording now. Have a nice day, guys. Please like and subscribe, all that stuff. Follow all the other things. I'm trying to figure out how to do streams. Where is it? That one? As soon as I get 50, I'm going to be doing lives. I'm going to start doing some more. And I do want to talk to people. You'll have another face that side later. And we're going to make this a show, dude. We're going to make it work. I'm excited. We're already doing things. And we'll make it bigger. I believe in the community. Whatever this is, I believe it'll grow. I believe things will work. And I'm very grateful. I'm actually very grateful for these opportunities. I'm very grateful for the 36 people who've already subscribed and who are helping me kind of reach these goals. If you guys never watch one of these videos ever again, just know thank you. I appreciate it. And have a nice day, man. We'll check you later. Peace out.